Sir.
Namaste, namaste. Sir, my name is Vishwanath Kumar, and I am now going to tell you a story which is very, very long back. I should not say it is story, but it is history. This happened as long back as 1986. I was a 26-year-old person at that time, and I used to work in a field party. And at that time I used to go to in the field, and people used to talk to me. And at that time my family background is very important in order to go a little ahead. My mother was a very leading astrologer in Bangalore, and she was a Sanskrit scholar, and she wanted us to learn some kind of all these astrology and things like that, but unfortunately we all went in different directions, and I started learning a little bit about what is known as palmistry. So I used to look at palm and tell a few things and all that. And one day when I was going in a train, one person who was in the upper berth told me, "Arey Baba, what is this palmistry? There is something called Nadi JYOTHIDA, where people will tell you everything about yourself, your father, your mother, your present, your past and your future." I said, "What?" He said, "Can you tell that with palmistry?" I said, "No." So they said it is there in vaitheshwareen koil. You go to vaitheshwareen koil, it will be there. So that was over. I forgot everything about that. Then when I was in the field party, my field party was very close to vaitheshwareen koil, and one person, I asked him, somebody told me about this Nadi, can you help me? He said, come, I will take you, I know somebody there. So this is as long back as year 1986. So I came here, and I met one old gentleman known as Mr. Swami, right? Arumugam. Mr. Arumugam. Mr. Arumugam. And I'm sorry to say, but when I was at that time, I was very young, I was very brash. And the minute I came here not to look at my Nadi, but to know about the Nadi. You know, we scientists think that we are all very brilliant, and we want to know what is truth and what is fake and what is farce. So I wanted to understand this. So I came here with no intention to read the Nadi. I'll be very honest about it. I just wanted to understand this. So I was told about this Nadi. So this gentleman asked me, okay, you want to read Nadi? I said, no, I don't want to read Nadi. I want to know the truth of this Nadi. Can you help me? He said, truth? What do you mean by truth? I said, I don't believe in this Nadi because there are many questions which are not answered. So he asked me, what questions do you have? So I told him, my first question to you is, in 80s, you know, our population was some 60 crores or something like that, 65 crores. I said, look here, sir, there are about 65 crores people in this country. Are you trying to say that you have got 65 crores of leaves that you talk of? Can you show me that? He said, oh, that is your first question. Okay, I'll answer you. What is your second question? I said, my second question is that you say you have got leaves, but what about people who will be born tomorrow, after 100 years, after 1000 years? Oh, that is your second question. I'll answer that also. What is your third question? I said, sir, as far as you said that this is coming from the Rishis, because I was told by that person that it is coming from Shruti and all that. So I said that if it is coming from the Rishis, then for them the whole world is one. Then are you trying to say that somebody who is living in some foreign country, his thing will also be there? Why didn't they look at that? Then he said, okay, I'll answer that question also. Is there any other question? I said, the fifth and last question that I want to know is, what is the truth in all these leaves you say? Because if the Rishis had written on this, that would have been some 1,000, 10,000 or which is beyond our knowledge. How did it come to you, sir? If anybody else was there, he would have said, get out. But he didn't say get out. He said, please sit down. I like the questions you asked me. Nobody asked me these questions. People used to come and just get ready and go. I'll answer all your questions. I said, okay, answer me one by one. So he said, the first question is that people were, the first time when he used that word, I was a little shocked. He said, the Rishis are not foolish like you. I said, why, sir? Because they knew who were the people who are going to come here. I said, oh, okay. Not only that, now you are telling yes, but that also is wrong. They not only knew who were the people who had come, but they also knew who were the people who were destined to get their leaf read. So now remember how many will be there. There will not be too many. I said, yeah, that is correct. Oh, very good, nice answer. They said, what about the future? He said, for you it is future, for you it is past. Forget about yourself. Even the next 100,000 years who are going to come, their Nadi is here. I said, that is fantastic. Then the third question, he said, foreign? What are you talking? Everybody's Nadi is here. Whether it is foreigner or it is Indian, rishis never made any difference. Everybody's is here. So you don't bother about that. I said, this question also he has answered. This is fantastic. Then I also asked him that last question. Sir, you say this is true, but this is definitely not true, because how can what Rishis told, how did it come? Then he said, now I'll tell you the real story. The Rishis used to tell this, and it used to go from person to person as Smriti. During those times, in fact, even writing was not there. So he is talking of before the writing also came on those leaves, you know. Even before that, people used to, the Rishis used to tell, it used to be in the brain of their Shishyas. The Shishyas used to tell, and it used to go on and on and on. And then they started writing on these leaves. Then I said, if that is the truth, then these leaves are that old. He said, no, they are not. They are of the 12th AD. I said, why 12th AD? He said, yes. What he told me that I can remember is, I think the Chola dynasty, the king was there, who took upon all this. He got all the scholars there, and he started getting all these written. He was the first person to get this written, and later on what he told me was they're all copied. Some of them went to a place like I think he said Varanasi, Kashi. Some of them went to Kashi, some of them went here, and they went on repeating it, so that the language that was used was very different Tamil to what Tamil it is there. So there are only few whom they trained at that time to understand this language. Anybody and everybody cannot understand this language, and that is why this is as old as the 12th century. And your question is now answered, that how it has come into this. It is because of the Chola king who got all these things done, and it has been stored by us. And he said, look here, you asked me a question, so I am going to tell you that also. If your Nadi is going to be read, I will give you that leaf to you after everything is read. You can go and do a carbon dating, and you can find what year it has been done. Then I said, all right, sir, let us start. You please look at my Nadi. So as usual you do, he went on getting something, all different names and everything, and finally one leaf came. He is a Brahmin of 26 years who has come to see the Nadi. He said, are you a Brahmin? I said, yes. Are you 26 years? Yes. He has mother, father, he has 2 brothers, all that, everything, names, everything came initially. Okay. I said yes. Then that general kind of thing came. My mother's name came, my father's name came, my brother's name came, my name came, and a little bit about myself, and then suddenly he stopped. I said, sir, why did you stop? He said, it says we cannot read your kandam more than this, because you have done a lot of sin in your previous birth. So you have to go on an Amavasya night on a hill to a Subramanya Swami temple and light a lamp, and then only you come here and your Nadi will be read further. So I looked at him. I was 26, please remember, you know, young people like you. I said, sir, I'll give you money, you just read about. That time he got very angry with me. I never seen that angry. He said, this is not a place where we make money. Please go out and don't come again until you get this thing done. He was angry at me. Then I was also young, so I also told him before going, sir, how will you know that I have done? I'll go and come tomorrow and get it. He says, you will never be able to do it. Believe me, you will never be able to do it. You will come again after lighting the lamp, and then we will read further. So this happened. Afterwards I forgot the whole thing. I forgot everything, sir. I only told my younger brother, who was doing MBBS at that time, "Sir, boss, this is all what happened." He also, like a story he heard like all of you are hearing, and he also forgot, and everything was over. It was 1988, I think, next this happened, or maybe 87, I don't remember exactly. Myself and my younger brother were in Hyderabad. We were all firing crackers on Diwali today. That is why it is the Muhurtam, maybe why we are recording, I don't know, but it was an Amavasya day. We all fired crackers and all enjoyed ourselves. And then we said, let us go on the top. He said, let us go somewhere to see the crackers that is being. I said, okay. So he took his car and we started going, and he said, let us go on the hill. There is a hill near my house, near Banshankari. So we went up the hill to see the crackers. So we went there and we saw all the crackers. And when we were coming down, imagine when we were coming down, he suddenly braked. I said, why, what happened? He said, wait. And up he went again. He said, this is Subramanya Swami temple. I said, so what? He said, what is tonight? He said, yeah, this is Amavasya night. Oh, yeah, that is what was told, isn't it? I said, yeah. Vaitheshwareen koil, they said Subramanya Swami, Amavasya night. Yeah, and there is a temple here on top of a hill. We both went there. We didn't have lamp or anything. We went down, purchased a lamp, came back again, and we lit the lamp. I lit the lamp, and then that's all. Again, we forgot everything. Then I went back to Chennai, and they said that you have got a different posting. I was supposed to go to field party in Krishna Godavari Bay. They said, no, you are going towards Sirkali this time. I said, okay. And then also nothing registered in me. I came here, and then in one of the traveling, I saw Vaitheshwareen koil. Suddenly everything came back to me. Oh, this is the same koil and all. So I came back to this thing and I said, thankfully that same gentleman, not your father, some other gentleman who had translated everything, he was there. So I told him, sir, I have done everything now. Please try to do everything for me, read all the things. So I read all my predictions were read, and they said, if you want some better predictions, you have to do Shanti Kandam and Dikshay Kandam. In that, what was written was, at the age of my marriage, it was written my wife's name, where my wife will be there, my children, what they will become. I'll have 2 children and what they will become. Even there, I'll tell you later on, there is something which nobody knows, only myself and my wife, even that is written in that. There are so many things that nobody knows is also written in that. That is what is our, Rishi's power that they had, So anyway, so then I decided, yes, from now on, whatever I do, I follow the principles, whatever told in Nadi. I married my wife. But before that, there is another story which is much more interesting than all this. All this I repeated to my colleague this is known as a Pole Service Party, and they had come from Poland. So this particular gentleman and I were very good friends. So one day when he was the boss and I was the boss of the Indian party, he was there and they were working for us. So when we were talking in the dinner, I told him about this whole thing that had happened. He said, okay, but you think that my leaf would be there? So I said, sir, I really don't know, but this is what they said. Next day, early morning, 6:30, he brings his car and said, come on, Kumar, let's go and see. Maybe my thing is there. I said, okay. So I came to your Nadi. That time it was not also grandeur. It was a very small, this thing I remember very well. There was just a front portion and another inside. So I took him inside, and then you know how the Nadi is read. They started, first of all, this is a man who has 2 wives, and he was making fun, right? He did not have any belief. So he said, yeah, I have 3 wives and all. Then I said, no, please. I tried my best. And after about half an hour or so, I was also losing patience. He was also losing patience. He wanted to go back. I also didn't want to, why have somebody who has no... And but the man was reading, I don't know, he wants, sir, one more. So then finally the one Nadi came where he said, this person is coming with a Brahmin of 28-year-old. I said, oh my God, yeah, I am 28. His name is Johnny or something. So his name was Mr. Zon, but it name came as some Johnny, Zyborovic or something like that, Johnny Zyborovic. So he said, hey, what? He's telling my name. How does he know my name? Did you tell? I said, no, I have not told my name. I told your name. Then his wife's name came and he got completely afraid, not surprised, startled, because you know, during those times, these people will know, kids, you know KGB, the Russian secret agency. He was afraid that some Russian secret agency has come, because otherwise how they will know anything. I said, no, this is not any secret agency, this is from the Rishis. And everything about him was told. I mean, many things which is personal, which is never known to others, he started, and he really started believing on that. He said that, and at the end it said that this person has a very big problem. He has a blood, not cancer, but very big problem with the blood, and he has to get immediate treatment. He said, I don't have any problem. I said, I don't know. This is what it said and all. So he took it and he went back, and after about 6 months, I came to know that he was getting a treatment in Chennai. He went and got his blood test, and there they found out that there was a blood problem with him. He was for 6 months in Chennai and he got himself cured. Can there be anything bigger than this, sir? You tell me. Forget about what you are running, forget all that thing. Can there be anything? Because I am not here to promote anybody, but I am going to promote the rishis, the Hinduatva, and the Hindus, and the mythology and the things. So anyway, this is the story that had happened. Now I'll make it a little more concise. I know I'm taking a lot of time, but the more important comes now. Nothing much happened in my career. Nothing much. I mean, I was okay. I was an officer, but this thing. So I was married to my wife as per the prescription. We didn't have children for 4.5 years. All the medical tests said you are both okay, there is no problem. 5 years we didn't get children. One day she said, see, why don't we go to this vaitheshwareen koil, your Nadi, it clearly says that this thing. I said, all right, if that also we have to try, we will try. So we got both of our this thing, Nadis. I mean, mine was there, but some more additional thing. I think at that time I didn't read Shanti Kanda and Diksha Kanda. I said, I don't believe in all this. Even then, fifth also I didn't. Children also. So everything it was said. And then hers was read, and they said you have to do these things, then only your career will go up, otherwise it will be like this. And for her she said, you do this, then you will get a child, otherwise you will not get a child. So many people may not believe, but my wife forced me into it. And the kind of things that she had to do, at least as a husband I felt very bad. She had to go into the water with the wet clothes. She had to go and do the temple, this thing, Tiruvengadu poetry, Three Kalyani idu pandittu, and then food we have to get, sir, no, we have to do Annadana pandanu and solitar, ella packets pandittu kudutti. We went back to our place, and within 3 months we got our first child, Sumoka. I conceived. She conceived in May. So I think the short and then my career just went up like anything. Every year whatever has been told, exactly they won't tell every year, but a period they say, in this to this to this to period. And the last part is the most important. So after my Shanti Kanda and Diksha Kanda, everything that was done, things become very good, and I got everything that a man should go. And then I went so many times abroad that finally I had to go to Anjaneya Swami and tell that, sir, please don't send me more abroad. I am now tired. I have gone round almost the world. Every 3 months, 4 months I used to go. I told him, now don't give me anything. It's enough is enough. And that Hanuman did that, and he said, okay, after that I could stop going. And then I retired. The only thing that I couldn't understand is, it says in the vaitheshwareen koil Nadi that after retirement he will become a very big man, and his daughter will be married in one of the biggest this thing, and daughter will be married as per his or parents' wishes and all. I was thinking, after retirement what will happen here? I mean, people retire and that is the end, no? And then people started coming to me. I did a consultancy, and then I gave a oil well which has become very big, and yes. And now I think I mean, there's nothing more that I can. Every time I go to temple and as I don't want anything more for myself or even for her, we have got everything. For our children, we come and we do it. So that is the story, and my hope that everybody who comes here, you must remember one thing: if you really want your Nadi to be exactly what it is read, and if you want better predictions, please do the Shanti Kandam and the Kshay Kandam. Just by reading here and giving the money and going, according to me, is not the final ultimate thing, because you have to do many things yourself also. Money is not the only thing. You may give some money and get this thing read and go and do la 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 at your house. It will not help. You have to do something on your own.